You are not your body and you are not your mind. Let me explain. What you are is pure energy, pure consciousness, pure potential, right? Source energy. You are a source energy being. You are not the false character. You are the energy that is temporarily residing within the false character. Now let's look at energy. What is energy? Well, energy is never born and can never be destroyed. Energy continues on forever. It was here in the beginning and it will be here at the end. Energy is infinite, infinite potential. That is what you truly are. You have been deceived by your ego and by your circumstances and convinced, and you believe that you are this physical body and nothing else. Okay, because you have become disconnected from your original source. Now, as an energy being, as a source energy being, right? This is what you really are, who you really are. Just pure source energy, right? The same energy that created the entire universe and planet Earth and everything that exists on planet Earth. The same energy that is responsible for all of creation is the same energy. It's all one energy, and you are that energy. Make sense? So just sit with that for a moment. You are not your body, the physical character. You are not the mind. You are pure source energy. You are literally a demigod in a skin suit, right? A deity, right? Temporarily residing in a human vessel, okay? Now, as an energy being, as source energy being, right, with infinite potential, right, which is temporarily residing in this human body, you can influence the human character, the false character, without getting attached to the character. You can anchor yourself permanently in the energy of who you really are, the divine, pure source energy, right? Knowing that that is the truth of who you are, and therefore you are not just limited to this false character, this human body, which is beautiful and is a work of art, right? But it's not the only aspect of yourself. It's just one teeny tiny fractal of the totality of what you really are, pure source energy. The false character is just one tiny fractal of the totality of pure source energy, the divine. So it is a head spin. It does take a fair bit of reprogramming your subconscious mind to convince yourself and to lay down your ego to the point where you can tangibly know and feel this truth, the truth around who you really are as a source energy being, right? And when we become disconnected from source, which is it's our own source, we are our own energy source, right? It's only us. We are everything. We contain everything. It's all our own consciousness, okay? But when we become disconnected from source, our own source, it leads to suffering because we become attached to the false character and we actually become trapped within the false character. And we convince ourselves, we develop a belief system that this false character is who we are and that we are bound by the limitations of the false character. And that just is not the truth. Okay, so you can consciously expand your mind, your consciousness, and be open to the possibility that you are everything, that everything is your consciousness, that you are a pure source energy being. And if that is the truth, right, which it is a sacred truth, that is who you are, pure source energy. If that's the case, right, energy is never born, will never be destroyed, it's eternal, everlasting, goes on forever, right? That is your immortal nature, right? And energy is not bound. Energy can be anywhere and everywhere, all at once, all at the same time. This is the principle of quantum entanglement, okay? Everything in the whole universe is connected through consciousness, okay? So this is who you are. You are a powerful source energy being. You are not your body. You are not your mind. And I hope this video helps you to make sense of that a little bit hopefully I've been able to simplify it in a way for you, because it is a difficult concept to grasp. Don't reach for it. Just let it land softly on your ears, on your soul, and meditate on this concept that you are the pure source energy being, right? Not the false character, right? Bound by limitations, right? You're not trapped inside this physical body. You can influence this physical body with your pure source energy by plugging the false character and allowing the false character to merge with the frequency of your higher self, which is pure source energy, right? And when you plug the false character into its original source, right, there's a merging of consciousness, of energy, and we come back to oneness. We move beyond duality. We come back to a place and we remember that we are whole, perfect and complete in this moment and in every moment. And that's really where we find our deep level of inner peace, lasting, deep lasting inner peace, when we remember truly who we are, truly what we are as pure source energy beings. Infinite, pure potential, limitless potential, immortal, eternal, everlasting. That is who you are. You are the divine. You are a powerful, limitless, infinite creator. You can do anything. You can be anything. You can go anywhere in the whole universe because you're just energy. You're not bound by the physical body, the limitations of the physical human character, right? No, the energy within you can leave and go elsewhere. This is the principle or the concept of astral projection. If you've ever astrally projected your body, right? And remote viewing as well confirms this. There's so many studies that the CIA have released on remote viewing. All the intelligence agencies around the world in all the Western countries pay remote viewers to work for them. Remote viewing is scientifically validated, right? And it's because you're a pure source energy being, right? These people who remote view they have control and autonomy and over their energy. They understand who they are as a pure source energy being, and they can consciously take their energy, who they really are. They can move out of their body because they're not restricted by the limitations. They've realized that they're not trapped in the physical body. That's an illusion. They've graduated beyond that, and they're able to take their energy, even though their physical character stays in the same location, their energy can move somewhere else and view another set of circumstances. And we can all do this. We are all pure source energy beings. We can leave our body, astral project. We can gain different perspectives on ourselves, on our circumstances, on our relationships. We can look at everything from a completely new and different angle if we would like. And that's incredibly helpful. And that's what a shaman does. A shaman seeks to understand himself or herself on the deepest level possible. And so in order to understand oneself, one must gain other perspectives, put themselves in other people's shoes. So if you can astral project consciously or remote view, you as a pure source energy being, you can move out of your body and then look back at your character or relationship or someone else, and you can gain all these different perspectives about your circumstances and understand why this series of events happened this way. Okay, and you will come to understand yourself on such a deep and powerful level. And this is the journey of the shaman, dreaming your soul back home, dreaming all the fragmented aspects of yourself, the fragmented aspects of your soul, right, that have been fragmented in the past, right? We are claiming them all back, claiming them, dreaming them back home, so we can remember who we are in totality as a pure source energy being, as the divine in totality. We are everything. Everything is within us. We are everything. Okay, so you're very powerful. I hope that makes sense. I love you. Namaste, and have a blessed week.